Hey guys, Jack Alexander here. Going over a match I did in B4G Gaming, and this is the finals in the most recent B4G Gaming tournament here. Today we've got Beelzemon from my opponent, and then me on the right-hand side playing Wargreymon, my new Wargreymon deck, which you can see profiled in the B4G Gaming channel. If you want to go ahead and subscribe to them, you can go see them out. So my opponent's going to start off with a looks like a Darkness Wave here and an Itmon, and they're going to go back to 1 or back to 0 because they milled a lot, and then they're going to open up with the EX2 Itmon searching. I'm going to search on. I'm going to start with my egg. It's going to be the BT-12 Koromon. It's the only egg I run. I like the numbers for it, so I'm keeping it. I don't feel like the need to draw is there. And then we bricked, so we're actually just going to hard play a Metal Greymon. But you'll see. Sometimes bricking, you can play out of your bricks, so we'll see that here. So our opponent raises up, goes into the Itmon X on top of the War Pitbon, which is not a bad move, and then plays Iron Mako. Going to kind of reveal top 4. Looks like they'll be adding the Beelzemon from the new Star Deck 14. Looks like that was their only target as well. And then another Iron Mako, wow. Surprisingly, they didn't attack. You know, they left raid targets out, and I don't think that was the best play. I get the setup here, but I mean, you're staring down. I guess they're thinking maybe I can't do it because I've got 2 memory, but as you'll see, I tech in Gravity Crush, and you know that doesn't really stop me. So I go into the Metal Greymon X, go into the Agumon X in the back, Gravity Crush, which enables us to go into Raid Greymon here. And now we've got 2 raid targets, and so with piercing, our opponent's not doing too well. So we're going to go ahead and raid here with 2 security checks. Deathslinger, our opponent does not have enough in trash to delete our Greymon, so it's just kind of whiffs there. And then Wizardmon X in security, and we unsuspend because of the raid Wargreymon's ability. And we're going to go ahead and raid again into the Itmon, so basically board wiping our opponent and then hitting for 2 more checks. Our opponent now has 1 memory down, turn 2. I guess their turn 3. And then we hit a tie, which is probably the best move we could have done. So now we reboot with blocker, double blocker, and on that they're plus 1,000 DP. So Wargreymon is currently at 19,000 with the double blocker. And I believe here our opponent just, I think they scoop, yeah. They see the Deathslinger, no, it's not going to do anything, and they just scoop, and we go to game 2. So you can see, even though we bricked, we were able to come back, able to mount a relative easy victory there, because our opponent was so concerned with setting up that we were able to just kind of beat them down. And you know, I often say this deck, this Wargreymon deck, is kind of like a big club. You just kind of beat your opponent down, and there's not much they can do about it when all the stuff lines up. And the Gravity Crush is really enabled that. You can see the Gravity Crush really go to work there. And really help my opponent, or really help me out. Not really even mattering what my opponent gets from it, because it's just so good there. I mean, my opponent had 5 memory, it didn't matter. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna mulligan. Didn't like our hand. I believe it was like mostly Greymons, so if I remember right, it was a pretty bad hand. So if I'm gonna brick, I'd rather see some variety in the, you know, if I'm not gonna see a rookie, I'd rather see some variety in the hand I get, but. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and cut here. Half cuts all day. And this is the finals, so winner gets the mat, the mat that you've seen in the unboxing recently. This is the game that won me that, so. Spoiler alerts, I do 2-0. But yeah, definitely seeing how the win happens, because I believe we brick again here. So our opponent goes into the Itmon X in the back, and then they pass 3. And then we brick again, so we go into the Greymon here at EX1, which allows us to play ties, inheritable. Our opponent's got Darkness Wave, mill top 3. And then they're going to Rivals Barrage of the Greymon. I assume that their thought process here was, hey, you know, we get the Agu X, but their kind of process there was like, okay, we're going to... You bricked. Let's get, you know, force you to get rid of stuff. But we do get a rookie. We are able to go into the Greymon. we had another Greymon in hand. And then we go into the Agumon in the front. We were able to search top 4, get a tie and a Greymon, and we did get the Alterius mode, which is going to come in handy here. So we middle Greymon in the back, and then pass. So we're basically setting up to raid Greymon again, and our opponent knows this, so they're going to go into the Wizardmon X, middle top 2, Deathslinger to gain 1 memory, and I believe he said he didn't want to leave a raid target, and so, yeah, he goes ahead and just attacks here, mills top 2, and goes into a Hades Force. Oh my gosh, so he loses a stack anyway. Definitely not what he wanted to see here. Yeah, he loses a stack, just totally, completely deleted there. Not much he can do. And I'm assuming his hand's full of top-end stuff, so he just passes, not wanting to give us a ton of memory again, seeing what we could do with that. So we bring the Metal Greymon up. And I know we have the Alterius mode yet, so we play the Alterius mode for 0. I believe we go into the... We're thinking about attacking, but I believe we go into the Raid Wargreymon here, just to make sure we don't get Deathslingered or something stupid like that. Make it harder to get deleted. And then we go, and then we have the protection as well. Then we go into the Agumon, attack with the Agumon, and then attack with the Greymon. So our opponent's down to security now. And we have a Mega on board. So we have a pretty commanding presence here. We're going to go ahead and go into the security attack plus Greymon. And the idea here is we have a Greymon X in hand, so next turn, if we can get the Greymon, have this Greymon live, we can get the Greymon X out and then hit for 2 checks potentially. Our opponent's going to Iron Mako, reveal top 4, add the Wizardmon it looks like, and then bottom deck the rest. But that is going to pass turn to us. We draw, hatch. Looks like we got the rookie, so we're going to go ahead and play the Agu. And then there's the X. There we go. There's the Greymon X. So now that stack is 7k beater with security attack plus 1. So if it lives through the first check, we'll get a second check off, and if it dies, then whatever, you know. If it does regardless, which it does here, you know, we were only going to get 1 check before anyway. But, you know, that would help us close out the game potentially, or at least wipe his security, since he only had 3 left. So then we go 1 more check here with the Raid Wargreymon. And then we hit the tie, putting our opponent at 2, and then giving the Greymon plus 1000 DP and blocker. He doesn't reboot this turn, so we don't really get the blocker, but he does have it. And our opponent, I believe, here is going to see what's going on, and they're just going to show us our hand and scoop. Yeah, they were just bricked up. It was all top-end cards. They had no rookies. And their last card, yeah, they don't show it. So we don't know what the last security was. I assume it wasn't good if they didn't show it to us. But yeah, we take the victory here, get the win, 2-0. And this was our 3rd BT-12 Gaming victory, I believe, first place. So we've played a different deck every time except for 1, and the one time we didn't, we got 2nd place. maybe we just need to play a different deck every time and keep it fresh. I did play another tournament recently with this, round 1. Unfortunately, I went against the person who interviewed me from BT-12 Gaming, knew exactly how my deck worked, and you know, was able to counter it. So, but it was still a pretty close game. But yeah, definitely a lot of the perks of this deck is the surprise element. And with that, no one sees the Gravity Crushes coming. It's not really a telegraphed play. So, but yeah, that is it here. Yeah, no, this is going to be, hopefully, if you like this type of content, I'll put more out, and keep doing this in the near future. A lot of Digimon content coming, and maybe still some Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff every now and then, until we play the Master Duel. Alright, thank you guys for joining. Jack Alexander, signing out.